How are we doing, guys? Another quick video. This time we are looking at a Johnson two-stroke 4 horsepower. I think it's like a 19. I think this model is probably like a 96 or something. But I've had one of these already, and a couple of years ago, and I sold it and I was gutted because it's pretty much the lightest outboard I've ever come across on my travels. But yeah, this one was an absolute steal. I bought it off some millionaire dude clearing out his garage. He only wanted £35 for it. Just trying to find the cowling so you can see it's a Johnson. There it is. Oop. Sorry, ridiculous angle that. Yeah, I should have turned the camera on when I started stripping it back a bit, but as you can see, just made this little outboard stand. So it's actually, because I'm quite tall, I guess, but look, I can see the carb. It's all kind of at eye level, and that's what I'm trying to do in this video. Actually, better explain that. Yeah, so the pull start works. We're getting spark because I sprayed some quick start in the air intake, and it all started and then it just died. So it's definitely like a fuel issue. So we've got spark, we've got the compression, fuel is not getting through to the carburetor. So I'm assuming, well, I mean, the guy said that this had been sitting in his garage for like 16 years. So I thought, to be fair, I should have taken the spark plugs out and like fogged up the cylinders really. But because it's a two-stroke, I guess there's oil obviously pre-mixed in the petrol. So I mean, for £35, if we can just clean up this carburetor and get it started, then that's an absolute bargain. And like I said, this is, I don't know, after the last one I had, something you can just chuck in your van or chuck in your car, just put it over your shoulder and hold the petrol can in the other hand. It's literally so light. Not the most powerful. It is a 2-cylinder. But I mean, it's just be perfect as an auxiliary. But yeah, anyway, I've got the apron off to access the carburetor. Yeah, you have to move this apron, and to be fair, I might have to take the other one off because all the fuel lines and stuff are kind of all really tucked in here. Let me just flip you around. So yeah, there's not many videos on this engine actually. There's a couple where the guy just fully services it, but I need to, and he takes this off, but he doesn't show you how to get it off. I mean, I can see there's a nut there, which is really tricky to access because you've got this mechanism here. So this linkage I might have to pop all this off. And yeah, obviously all of these fuel lines need popping out, and the other one, as you can see, is right in there. So that's a bit of a silly design. How on earth are we going to get on that? Really don't know without having to take off all of this stuff, the pull start and everything. Nah, surely the flywheel's just going to stay there, isn't it? So yeah, this is going to be tricky. I mean, much easier once we get these hoses off, but I'm tempted. I might just take the float bowl, the carburetor, like, I think that's called a float bowl or something. I might just take these out, that might be easier. Maybe that's why they've done it like this, so you can just take this off to begin with and clean that out and then pop it back on. See what happens. Anything to avoid having to get to that nut there and the other one, which is buried deep. Oh, I can't even see it. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Ugh, okay. Well done, Johnson. Nice design, guys, but I mean, can't complain. This is the lightest engine, like I was saying. It's pretty immaculate as well. This is all like, it's all greased up. I don't know if that's from factory or what, but this is really nice and stiff. Oh, that was it. There was another. So the kill switch thing, I don't think it's meant to be like that. It's supposed to be red, right? So I think the thing that connects onto, you see those little lugs, that one there and that one there, it's meant to pop onto that, I think, and then it pops through the hole, that hole there. Anyway, enough waffling. Let's try and get to this. Let's try and get this float bowl off. Okay, guys. Right, so an interesting discovery. I've pulled the choke linkage out. Hang on, quick update. I took the carburetor off, cleaned it all up, topped up the fuel, pulled it, and we were away. And then it kind of conked out. So I've done it again, and I had a little look at, I thought, you know, maybe it was flooding, the engine was flooding because I had the choke out. And I saw this little beast here was going forward to give it some choke, and then it wasn't. As I pushed the choke back in, it wasn't coming backwards. So this is the chain, sorry, this is the choke linkage. And you see this little lug here, it appears a bit of plastic has broken off of there. So I need to source a new one of those. And then that connects to, like I said, that little swivel kind of pivot thing that's going to be opening a butterfly. See the little black thing on the right hand side? That opens up this butterfly flap. And so once that's connected to it, open, shut, open, shut. And then I think we're going to be there. I think this engine will be all good to a good little runner. So yeah, just on the internet now, just trying to find out, one, what that actually looks like, and two, if I can get a cheeky spare part. I've seen something for about £20. So I think that's a bit too dear just for, well, you get the whole thing. But I've actually looked at what it, I'll show you a picture of what it looks like now. And yeah, I'm going to have to try and do some plastic welding and try and fashion up something, fabricate something out of a plastic pen lid, I think. That's going to make, it's going to be like a makeshift plastic bit of linkage to connect that lug to, like I said, that little black thing up there. Where is it? Yeah, you can see it. There she is. Anyway, let's get that done, and I shall report back in and once we're at that stage. Holy moly, guys! Right, so I've got the new part for I can't remember if I explained it or not. The choke, there's a little clip. The linkage, the plastic linkage had broken, so choke was, I think, left open all the time. You couldn't close it. As soon as you start the engine, couldn't close the choke, so it was flooding the engine. And yeah, I ordered this part. I think it was like £20. Bit annoying because it's literally the size of my fingernail. It's like this tiny plastic thing. And then a bit of a Christmas cracker puzzle, trying to get it back actually on the carburetor and linking it to the choking system. But let me just spin you around. Let me see if I can try and describe this. Here we go, guys. So, like I said, this little black thing here. See that just? See, it goes up, and then it's got this little lug that pops over, or pops out, sorry, and then you can see my little plastic linkage. Ugh. Yeah, can you see that kind of? Oh, that's a good shot actually. So, oh, where's the finger? See that little U-bend kind of thing? So it goes onto the lug, a little U-bend thing, and then up onto the actual choke. There you go. I haven't got the choke on at the moment. I've pulled it off, but this bit here turns the fuel on and off. So that, when you twist it left, it pushes this plastic bit down, and it closes. Sorry, it opens up the bowl down here. It lets the fuel go into the bowl. Fuel pipe in, and then it opens it up, lets it go into the bowl. And then similarly, if I push this up / twist this clockwise, it closes it. Let's pull it down so you can see some movement. There you go, see? That's in the up and on position. And then if you turn it clockwise, there, it shuts it. And then if you pull this out, I can't do it. Well, I can, there we go. You see that linkage moving? So I can't pull it all the way out because I haven't got the actual thing, but I can push actually the back of it. There you go. See, this is out, this is the choke. And then that, obviously, well, not obvious, but that actually opens up a butterfly inside here. And then it closes it. Not too sure why it's just a butterfly, but you know, it's meant to allow more fuel through, right? I guess opening the butterfly lets more air in. Who knows? But anyway, it's all back on, and that was an absolute mission getting that on. I had to take this, is that silencer or an air box? Air intake maybe? I had to take that out. I didn't throughout the whole thing, I didn't unconnect this because that was an absolute mission. See, it's got these kind of like things you have to pinch these two in, and then pop it out, but you need 3 hands for that job. So fortunately I'm not a mutant. So I just kept it all on, and you can kind of flex this back and forth without breaking this, but be careful. So yeah, that's how I managed to get it back on, and we're just about to give her the old test run. She's in the bucket, ready to go. Gonna actually put the apron back on and then get the button, the choke switch actually button back on, and then we'll give it a pull, see what happens. Boys, so I've just adjusted the idle screw in there. What you do is you turn it all the way until it actually kind of seats, which means it kind of like starts to stop. You turn it all the way clockwise, and then you turn it 1.5 turns, and that's your starting point with the engine ticking over. Now I put this on the resting like in neutral as low as it goes down on the RPM, and to get it to actually tick over I've had to give it another 1/4 turn, so now it's absolutely perfect. It's as low as it goes, so it's idling nicely now, boys. Four horsepower, 2-stroke Johnson. This is the lightest engine you can get. One of the lightest engines, 4-stroke. Sorry, one of the lightest 2-stroke engines you can buy. 4 horsepower, that is. Yeah, absolute minter. £17.50 for the little choke, plastic choke screw, the linkage thing. What a bargain.